And the next point is that if you want to be a real estate investor for a long period of time, right, and you want to build a track record, you want to be able to take on private money or partner or just convince people in your market, the big hitters in your market, that you're a real player, you got to build a track record, right? And there's no better way to build confidence, self-confidence, and a track record than getting that first deal, because no amount of books or no amount of seminars or no amount of podcasts you listen to are going to give you the confidence or the awareness of your first deal. Because there's just so many things involved in a real estate deal. You're going to learn so much. You're going to realize that it is a little bit easier and more difficult. It's both ways, right? Like the process is a little more simple than a lot of people think, but at the same time, it's a lot more complex than people think, right? There are a lot of moving parts, and so you're going to get involved with that. You're going to learn a ton. It's going to, everything's going to come at you 1,000 miles an hour, but then things will start to slow down, and you realize that real estate is a little bit predictable, and there is a rhythm to it, and there's a rhyme and a reason for everything that happens within the industry, and there is, the best practices within the industry, and so that confidence will parlay into building a track record where you can go to somebody and say, hey, listen, I got this deal over here, right? I've been dealing with tenants now. I bought it at this amount. I cash flow at this amount. I live for free. I don't have any expenses. I've saved up this much because I haven't had a housing payment. Lend me money to buy my next deal, or let's partner and buy the next deal, or whatever it is. You now have something to have a track record, or going to bank, right? Getting your second mortgage. Getting the second mortgage is really challenging, guys. The first one is easy. Getting to the second one, take it from me, is really challenging because, you got to build a track record. And so it's not just going to be buy your first one and go to a bank and get a second one. It's not that easy. You got to build a track record. They want to see, especially if you're going to offset your mortgage payment, you got to get 1 year of taxes that show the rental income and all of that, right? There's just a lot of things to it. To this real estate game, and so getting in is really important, very important.
That's what's so special about house hacking, right? I mean, the low barrier of entry. You can get an owner-occupied loan, low down payment, and you can get in early, get in quicker than if you were going to save up and just buy a rental property for 20-25% down. You start building that track record sooner. So that's a really good point, Brad. And that's something that I think like a lot of people want to start taking on private money. They want to become real estate syndicators and all that. And the sooner you can buy a house and the sooner you can get more rental properties, the quicker you're going to build that track record and get closer to those goals.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a friend in Fund That Flip, and we were talking this past week, and I had just asked him, hey, listen, who are you guys? It's a hard money lender. And I said, what are you guys' criteria right now? And right now, with everything going on, they're only dealing with people that have a minimum of 2 deals under their belt, right? Track record matters. Okay, and take it from me, who work with the big investors in my area. I talk to them, I speak to them. Like what's going on. The private money lenders, I talk to these guys. Hey, like, what are you looking for? Track record and character above all else, right? You can bring them a home run deal, but with the amount of uncertainty in the world right now, they don't care. They want to know, do I trust you as an individual above all else, right? If you get a highly capable person with a great track record, and he has a great name around town that brings a mediocre deal, a private money's probably going to go with them over somebody that has no track record with a great deal. I mean, it's just a matter of fact right now.